guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing like a story time with Mikayla video. I've never done one of these before. If you'd like more of these in the future, give this video a thumbs up. Basically, this story is about a creeper experience, creeper/stalker. It's gonna be something along the lines of that. If you guys want to hear my story, then keep on watching. It was about 8 p.m. on February 18th, 2015, and I went to the Computer Commons, which is basically just like a huge computer lab in our school where students can work on assignments and like stuff like that. So I went there to do a few assignments. So I sit down on a comfy chair because you gotta be comfy, am I right? So I sat down, started doing, or no, I didn't start yet. Had to get out my stuff first and get situated. And this guy is like kind of pacing back and forth like where I'm sitting, like right beside me. And I'm just kind of like, what the hell are you doing? And then he starts talking to me. I have no idea who this guy is. I've never seen him, never met him. Couldn't tell you his name. I didn't know his name, so I was like, okay, whatever. And I was wearing my school sweater, which has like my kind of faculty like name on it, like what kind of studies that I'm in. So he notices my sweater and he's like, oh, are you in graphic design? And I'm like, no, I'm in video production actually. And then he proceeds to sit down and I'm like, what are you doing? Because I'm trying to work on assignments. I don't want to like get distracted by talking to some stranger that I have no idea who you are. So basically he sits down and he starts asking me about my whole life, and I'm like, what are you trying to accomplish here, bud? So he asks me, you seem like the type of person to be a dancer, and I'm like, yeah, I was a dancer for 14 years actually. And then he randomly says, oh, you seem like the person that would like cuddle up with a teddy bear. What the fuck? So I'm trying to still work on my assignments as he's talking to me. I'm trying to like avoid him. Basically, he won't shut up. And then he stands up and like hovers over my shoulder, and I hate when people do that, first of all. So I was like ticked off at this point. And he's like, oh, what are you working on? Blah, blah, blah. Like, oh, do you have a YouTube channel? Blah, blah. And I'm like, yeah, I have a YouTube channel. He's like, oh, show me one of your videos. And I'm like, no, I need to get my work done. He just kept asking me to show me one of my YouTube videos, and kept asking for me to show him one of my YouTube videos, and I was like, no, I'm not doing that. Like, I'm doing assignments. I'm trying to get work done because this assignment is due tomorrow. And then he was like, oh, what assignment is it? I can help you, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, no, I don't need your help, thanks. Like, I was kind of being bitchy, but I just wanted him to go away. So then he's like, oh, sorry, I just gotta take this business call. You sound sketchy already. And then he comes back and he gives me a high five. No, I don't want a high five from you. He sits down again. He's like, oh, like, what are you doing tonight? Like, oh, would you mind like leaving for 10 minutes to come for coffee with me? And I'm like, no, like, I'm not going for coffee with you. You are someone that I don't even know. You just came and approached me randomly. Kind of starting to get freaked out at this point, to be honest. I was kind of like, okay. And there was a couple of girls sitting kind of next to me, and they were witnessing this whole thing, and they were looking at me like, what the? And I was just looking at them like, he needs to go. Then he's like, oh, I really gotta go soon. Like, I gotta go now. Like, oh, do you have a phone? And at this point I was like, you are not getting any of my personal information. So he's like, do you have a phone? And I'm like, no, I actually don't have a phone. I don't text anyone. Like, there's no point in paying for one if I'm not going to use it. And he's like, oh, I see your phone. It's sitting right there. This is what was sitting there. This is my iPod, and I like actually picked it up and I was like, yeah, this is an iPod, good try. And he's like, oh, so do you like have Skype or an email? And I'm like, no, sorry, bye. It was really creepy, and I actually had it through my head that he was waiting for me somewhere. So then when I would leave, he would be able to bring me somewhere. After that, we filed a report to security, and they actually found him and told him that he's not allowed on the school premises anymore. And yep, that's basically my creeper/stalker story. So that is it for today's video, and if you'd like to see more of these types of videos, give this one a big thumbs up. And to the right of me, you can find the link to my previous video, and below me, you can find a link so that you can subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and that's just below. And make sure to follow me on all my social media. Instagram and Twitter are linked on the screen, but I also have Tumblr and Spotify, which are in the description. I hope you guys are having a great day or night whenever you're watching this, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys!